Yo, what's up everybody, it's JJ. Today we're coming back with a video basically talking about this MEV boost, basically which you can do if let's say you're running a validator itself and you want to gain additional rewards. And of course with this block proposal, with the MEV boost, you are basically getting like additional more Ethereum than expected on the Ethereum blockchain if let's say you're validating. So for this video itself, if let's say you want to learn more about what is MEV boost all about, basically stay tuned for the whole video. And of course, if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification, and leave a thumbs up to this video. And of course, before we jump into the topic itself, if let's say you're going to run a validator, or let's say you're wanting to run a validator in the future, or you have already ran it, basically there's two videos that I want you to watch basically on my channel itself. I have the first video that I've made is basically talking about running solo Ethereum 2.0 validator, which you can do it with without any CLI or terminal involvement. Basically it's a very simple newbie friendly setup. If let's say you want to run your own node itself, which is going to pop up above on the right hand corner. And of course over here there's another video basically talking about my Ethereum validator got slashed, and after that from there I have really like given my advice and of course some of the tips that you guys can follow if let's say you're running or wishing to run a validator. On this video itself you can learn that how did I get slashed, and after that from there what I have learned from it. On top of that you can basically know how to prevent getting slashed. And of course I would say this video itself is very helpful for those who are running your own Ethereum itself, your Ethereum validators. So without further ado, we are going to jump into the topic talking about the MEV boost. What is it all about? So for this MEV boost itself, I have basically mentioned about, I have this article pulled out ethereum.org, basically talking about the maximum extractable value from Ethereum block itself. And of course on this itself, I'm going to link it down below so you guys can have a read, and of course from there you guys can understand what is this MEV all about. And of course for this MEV boost itself, I would say that this maximum extractable value itself is the minor extractable value from the block itself. For basically it is first applied for the proof of work concept, and of course initially right now it is moving to the, it's already moved to the proof of stake. And of course from there this MEV value itself is still there. And of course from there how can you set this up? And of course if let's say you're using the DAppNode itself, it is super easy to set up. And of course on this content I'm gonna basically explain to you how does it work itself. And of course shout out to their Discord. Over here on their Discord itself, I would say they have already listed a text basically talking about what is this MEV setup itself. And of course from there I'm going to link this basically this chat link down below, and after that from there you can join their Discord channel and of course have a read on how to install your MEV boost for your Ethereum validator. And of course from here we can read more about it. Basically the prerequisition you must be familiar. So what is this MEV all about? Basically we scroll down itself, it is for the flash bots, and after that for the example itself, MEV emerge on the blockchain in a few ways. And of course from there the few ways basically talking about the use case of MEV, the DEX arbitrage trading, and after that from there basically from the decentralized exchange, from one exchange trading, and after that from there trading to another one to basically have an incentive value or profit off of it. And of course for this lending protocol itself, there is this liquidation that is happening. Basically it's also another well-known MEV opportunity for people to buy up the collateral. And of course if you scroll down some more itself, there's a lot more of this use case itself. There's this sandwich trading, and after that basically listed talking about what is this all about, the NFT MEV itself. And of course we know that all these type of transaction itself, it is going to cost a lot of fee. And of course when will this MEV kick in itself is basically when a block itself there's a maximum value of this basically there's a maximum amount of gas fee that this block can generate. And of course from not a maximum, but of course a minimum, I would say, like a maximum reward. So for this amount of gas fee generated, example 0.1 Ethereum, when it is generated itself, what will happen if let's say the block itself is generating more than 0.1 Ethereum itself on top of that 0.1 that is supposed to be generated, basically that this 0.1 itself will be burnt off. And after that from there the additional value itself will be somehow given out as reward for the miners / validator. And of course right now we're all validating, so I'm going to explain to you how does this block proposal work, and of course how does this Ethereum validator benefit from this block proposal. And of course I would say the value that you are generating through like basic validating, and of course when you hit the proposal block itself, you are basically getting like 10x of the value. So I'm going to explain to you right now. So over here on screen, I have a random validator that is not mine totally because I got slashed recently. And after that, if you scroll down itself, we can see that there's a chart. And if you click on the proposal itself, you can see that this person has already like proposed like every maybe monthly or something like that. It is proposing something, a block. And of course, if you head over to income itself, when every time a block is being proposed for the validator itself, you are basically getting 10x of your daily value. So if you look at it, is on average daily itself, you are generating from 0.003 2 to basically 0.0034 or 35 depending on the rewards on the day itself. If let's say you hit the block suddenly, you are basically 10xing your value. Basically over here on the beacon chain itself, the Ethereum 2.0 chain, if you want to call it, basically the validator chain itself, if let's say you have hit a block over there, you propose a block, you are basically going to 10x the value. Over here you can see on average is 0.03, and if you hit the block itself, you are getting 0.31 as reward on the beacon chain. And of course on top of that, you are basically 10xing your value received per day on the beacon chain. And of course on top of that, basically you are still getting another additional bonus from the Ethereum blockchain itself. I'm going to explain to you later on. So right now I'm going to show you my own MEV block proposal results. And of course I have hit it. Like before I got slashed, I basically produced a block which I'm quite happy about. So over here I'd like to basically explain to you, if let's say you want to run a validator or something like that, I would say if you want to run a crypto node or whatsoever, I would say DAppNode itself is the best place for you to basically purchase your hardware. And of course from there you have self-custodian, and after that the greatest privacy you can ever have in crypto space, unless you want to run your validator on Amazon web server or something like that, which I believe that many people are running on it. And of course from there it is getting very centralized. And of course I would highly encourage you to buy a device from DAppNode itself. And of course if let's say you want to read more about it, head over to the link down below. On top of that, if let's say you want to purchase a node, basically head over to the on the payment page itself, enter your discount, enter the discount code SE Crypto, and you will get a 35 euro off of your total fee. And after that, from there, you can see that right now they are offering quite a number of promotion as of now. So over here, if let's say you buy the Hopper special edition, you're gonna get some free Hopper, and after that, under Hopper token, and after that, from there, you will get a 500 node. Basically the native token of DAppNode. And of course if let's say you want to go bigger, and of course I'll recommend people to get around like maybe the 64 gig will be very good. If let's say you're gonna run more than an Ethereum blockchain, basically a Gnosis blockchain or whatsoever, 64 gig is always better because you're just topping up like another few $100, which I would say, to be honest, if you want to do you want to buy this device and after that you want to get a 64 gig RAM upgrade, it is basically the same price, I would say. And of course from there I would recommend you to buy this one. Basically this over here, 64 gig with 4 terabyte of NVMe, it will last you quite long. And of course without further ado, we are basically going to talk about the results. So over here, ironically, basically 3 days ago, I proposed a block, which I was very happy about it. And after that, from there, thinking about, okay, maybe I will keep this validator running, blah, blah, blah. But 2 days ago, I just got freaking slashed. So over here, this is the slashing result. So over here, when I propose a block itself, you can see that the proposal is SE Crypto, which is my block. I have already like customized it. And the gravity happen is basically SE Crypto. And if you scroll down itself, we can read over here that the reward execution payout, basically this over here is on the Ether scan. If you want to know more about it, basically I'm going to show it to you later on. So over here we can see the reward itself for this basic block reward itself is basically 0.011227. And after that, from there, if you want to basically head over to the Ethereum page itself, we can head over here to see the actual block itself. So where do I find the data? Over here we can just scroll over here, the block height, just copy the number and paste it over here. And once I paste it over here, it will be showing me the block result. And after that, if you scroll down itself, true enough, this is the block reward that I've received, basically 0.112 blah blah blah. And of course this is the amount of transaction fee that happened, and of course this over here will be burnt. So basically around 50% or 45% of the value will be burnt. And of course from there, on top of that, they are going to tell you the gas fees, and after that, from there 63% good, blah blah blah. And of course the burn fee, and after that, this over here will be extracted towards your wallet. I'm going to explain to you how to do that later on. And after that, from there, this is the block reward itself. But of course I have enabled my MEV booster, and after that, from there, if you click over here, we can see that over here the fee, where's the free rewards itself over here. We can see the free recipient. It is not my address, but of course it's the MEV booster address. So over here, to have a clear road, the free recipient itself over here, it's the MEV booster that I'm using. And after that, from there, why would I even want that? And after that, why do I want my funds to be transferred to the relayer? And after that, from there, the relayer pay me out some more. So over here, I'm going to explain to you. So over here, you can see on this block itself, I received like 0.1122 something. And after that, if you head over here, this is the transaction that they sent to me. So this is my free recipient address. And after that, over here, I'm getting paid like 1188 more. So we're gonna basically copy this number over here and see how much you are making additional from the expected amount. So I'm just gonna do a calculation over here. Oh shit. Give me a while. So over here, we're gonna copy this amount over here, minus off basically the amount that I've supposed to receive. And of course, over here you can see it's not much a value, but of course you are basically generating additional Ethereum on top of proposing a block. I mean, if you propose a block itself, it's a rare event, and I would say for this rare event to happen itself, it is slightly hard. If let's say you have one validator, if you have multiple validators itself, you will be proposing much more block. I mean, there's more chances of you proposing a block if you have like maybe 10 to 20 validator, but it is freaking expensive to run so much. So I believe most of you guys will have one or two validator. And of course, for this one or two validator to hit a block itself, it might be, if you're lucky enough, with every month you might hit one. If you're unlucky itself, basically 3 months hit a block. And of course, for this to be hit, you will basically receive a fee reward. And on top of that, with the MEV booster, I'm getting additional 0.006 worth of this Ethereum. And of course, 0.006 worth of this Ethereum itself is basically 2 days of basic validating. Basically, this basic validating meaning you are not taking part in the singing participation, and after that, from there, you're not proposing any block. This is the flat value you will get, 0.003. And after that, from there, this is additional 2 days worth of work, and I would say every cent count over here. And after that, I would say, how do you enable this MEV boost on DAppNode itself? I'm gonna basically show it to you right now. So over here, this guide itself is for those who are using DAppNode, and after that, I would say that on DAppNode itself, it's quite interesting to basically run a node, and after that, I would say it's super easy to do it. So over here, without further ado, we're going to jump into it. So over here, once you purchase your DAppNode itself, once you plug it in, you will head over to this my.dappnode installer itself package. Over here, just click on the DApp store, and after that, over here, you won't see any MEV boost or whatsoever. You need to scroll up and enable the public repo, and after that, over here, let it load, and over here we can see that it is not appearing as well. So just give it a few tries. Sometimes it's just like that. I do not know why, but of course sometimes it will appear, sometimes it will not appear. And over here we're gonna wait for a while for it to appear. Right, so over here on the public repo, you will basically see this MEV boost over here. Just click on it, and after that, from there you can install this package, and after that basically just let it load. And of course, when you are installing the package itself, they're going to ask you some conditions, I mean like the advanced tools to basically enable whatever option on the mainnet itself. You will need, on the first step itself, you will need to select the mainnet itself, and of course my package is not loading that fast. So over here, you click on the install itself, they're going to basically ask you, okay, so you're going to install this package and I will need some requirement from you. So over here, I have not installed it. I mean, I already installed it, so I'm just going to uninstall and show it to you. So over here, just click on install, and after that, over here, the network specific itself, you will need to specify your network. So I will just choose mainnet, and after that, from there, you can choose the type of relayer. So over here, you can see that there's ethical, compliant, and after that, non-compliant. I'm gonna basically explain to you later on what is all of this, and of course, from there, you can input your own MEV layers if you want to. And of course, over here, if let's say you're gonna input your own MEV layers, just do not predefine the key layer. If let's say you do not know what's happening, I would say for the first setup itself, just select everything as per normal, and because we're gonna edit it later on, so whatever is on the default itself, just select it, and after that, click on submit, and after that, accept. It is gonna install, and after that, once it's installed successfully, over here we're gonna basically teach you how to set it up. So over here on configuration itself, you don't need to do anything over here. Just head back to your package, and after that, from there, select your basically your merge ready consensus client, basically the consensus client that you are personally using. So for my case, it's Prism, and after, if let's say you are using Tiku, Lighthouse, or Nimbus, whatever it is, just click on it, and over here on DAppNode itself, click on configure, and of course you want to scroll down all the way to show the advanced editor, and of course on the advanced editor itself, you will want to enter this over here. Just paste this line of code over here. I'm going to link it down below. Just copy and paste it over here on the extra ops on the beacon chain, the first step to do is over here. The second step itself is on the validator itself, enable builder. And once you have successfully entered both of these, click on update, and once it is successfully updated, just head back to your package, and after that from there scroll down to the MEV Boost, and after that from there we are going to configure this, and I'm going to explain to you what is this ethical, compliant and non-compliant over here. So over here on DAppNode itself, they have explained ethical itself. You do not wish to take part in the MEV that feature front running and after that other unethical MEV behavior, and after that from here, this is no censoring, basically the true definition of decentralization, no censoring of whatever it is from the relayer. And after that from there, for the compliance itself, you are basically taking part in all of the available transactions except the ones sent from wallet that are sanctioned by the OFAC. Basically, let's say sanction over here, basically if let's say it falls under this sanction, it will not be released, and after that you are not going to do a relay over there. Over here for non-compliant itself, you are going to basically do this non-compliant. Basically over here you will propagate all available transactions, basically no filtering. So this is the true definition of decentralization. Sorry, for ethical itself, it is basically not running like ethical MEV behavior. And after that from there, I would say for the true decentralization, I would recommend people to choose non-compliant. But of course, if let's say you do not want to get into any legal troubles with whatever country they are living in, and after that from there you know that this is not allowed, just to be honest, just click on compliant, and after that from there it will be safe for you. And of course this will change depending on the law itself. So over here, if you want to click on learning more itself, I'm going to show you which to choose. So over here for the flashboard itself, we are using this, and after that it will be under the compliant. And after that from there, if you let's say using the max profit, so for the max profit itself, you can see that it is under this I'm just going to open up the GitHub. So over here on GitHub itself, we can see on compliant itself, it is showing you are using the relay flashbots, and after that the regulated blocks root. And of course over here on the ethical itself, you are running the blocks root ethical relayer, and after that from here the non-compliant itself, you are basically running the max profit. So over here there's a keyword here called the max profit, because you are running all of the transaction, no censoring, nothing, no filtering, no BS. You are basically getting max profit out of it. But of course, is it true? So over here, if you click over here on mevboost.org itself, these are the top relayer, and after that from there, I would say whatever we have mentioned is this over here has already been input into the DAppNode itself. And after that from there, the flashboard itself, it is the compliant node, which is averaging almost 0.18 worth of Ethereum on this average block reward. Why is that so? Because they have a lot of people using the flashbots to basically do tradings, basically DEX arbitrage trading or liquidation happening on the decentralized exchange. So over here they are definitely using a lot of transaction, basically a lot of blocks is included. And after that over here, if you want to do the max profit itself, 0.1, and of course from there the ethical, and after that the regulated. So over here I would say, if let's say you're looking for max profit or whatsoever, select the flashboard and of course max profit. But over here max profit itself is unethical, I mean like it is non-compliant. And after that from there it's showing max profit. So over here, if you head back to the mainnet build itself, if you click on compliant, yes, this over here shows the boost flash relay, and after that from there the regulated block itself, there is no like max profit over there. So over here what I advise you to do is head back to your DAppNode, and after that over here select do not use the predefined relays, and after that over here you can enter your own manual boost whatever it is. So over here I will recommend you to look up on this Reddit. So over here on this Reddit itself, you can copy this over here, the flashbots, and after that paste it down, and after that hit a comma. And of course the second one, what I want to do is basically max profit. So over here we can head over here to download copy the max profit once, and after that from there, after the comma, just enter it, and of course just click on update. So you want to check if let's say this is working, head over to your logs itself, and over here it's going to show you a bunch of logs. So over here you can see that message is basically listening, and this thing does not repeat over and over again. I believe that this is already set up, and after that good to go. And after that, once you have set this up, I would say yeah, basically this is the end of this MEV boost. You have already enabled your MEV boost on DAppNode on your Prism. If let's say you're using Teku, it is on the Teku, and after that go over to configuration to double check, scroll down advanced. Over here make sure this over here is input, and after that over here this over here is enabled. And after that I would say if you want to delete away the slash, update it, and after that from there, once this is done itself, I would say you are ready to use the MEV relayers to basically gain additional rewards from your proposal if let's say you manage to hit a proposal block. And of course head back to the MEV Boost to double check again on the logs. So over here, yep, everything seems to be working. So you want to check using 2 relayers. So the first relayer that we are using is over here. First one is Flashbot, and after that the last one is basically talking about max profit. So over here we are using a ethical slash, the compliant, and of course the compliant, and of course the next one is max profit, which is non-compliant. Basically, are using both of this. And of course, how does this MEV works? Will it happen every time you propose a block? This is the answer for you. Right, so for my case itself, I have some interesting question on DApp, so I asked it over there, and after that I would say Nabsku itself is very helpful every time online. And after that from there you can see that you will be eligible for this MEV if there is a MEV block to be extracted. So over here the keynote itself, if there is a block, so even though you enable this MEV boost, but unfortunately or fortunately enough you propose a block but there is no MEV activity ongoing, basically you won't be extracting any blocks from the MEV, but instead you are gonna just extract blocks from the min pool, and after that from there you are gonna generate additional income. And after that over here you can see the value you receive depends on the amount of MEV that was extracted minus fee for the builder, and after that the relay. So over here you have to know that this over here, it is really depending on how much transaction is ongoing. So if let's say the block that you hit suddenly have 0.3 Ethereum, basically you'll receive a higher rewards. Over here you can see over here the total value, and after that from there the average block value, this over here manifold itself basically generated 0.35. Why is that so? Because large transaction has been done, and eventually the rewards that the fees of the block itself will be higher. So the MEV value itself, it varies depending on what type of relayer you use, and after that from there how much you are generating after the fees, blah blah blah. So if let's say scroll down itself, once it's enabled MEV block, you will gain extra reward than normal fees, right? So basically the short answer, sweet and short answer in short, is yes. Basically if let's say you are not using the MEV pool itself, you are generating maybe 0.1, depending on the block fee itself, you are generating only the block fee. But if you are using MEV Boost itself, you will generate additional transaction fees from the MEV block that is extracted on your proposal itself. So I hope this video helps you out a lot and clear whatever you are in doubt with. So if let's say you have any more questions that you want to know about this MEV or whatsoever, feel free to join DAppNode, and after that from there I believe that the community over there is super. They are gonna help you out if let's say they see your message, and of course from there don't be shy, just ping them or whatsoever. And of course from there you are here to learn, and of course I'm here to learn as well. Unfortunately I got slashed, but it's okay. But of course I am gonna basically research more about this Ethereum validator, so when my validator itself is basically being withdrawable, and after that I can top up another 1 Ethereum to basically jump into this Ethereum validating again, I will definitely do it. And of course if let's say you are using your validator itself, please take note of the slashing case that is happening on, it have happened to me. So if let's say you're gonna migrate from your device to another backup, make sure you basically miss 5 epoch or something, watch the whole content, and after that I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye, peace.